another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you've come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line, this is Raider Reaction. And as we do every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction, we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide as we'll hit on all the hot league stories, keeping up to date on all of our 31 enemies, because we've got to be educated. We've got to be educated, Raider fans. Because if you're sitting in some bar talking to some schmuck, and he wants to pop off about the Raiders, you're like, you need to know how to tear him down. You need to be educated to have the proper smack talk knowledge. So I feel it is our duty every Monday and Wednesday that we got to touch on the league stuff, because just to give you little nuggets. You got to have nuggets of information so you can throw it out there. It's a requirement. So, every Monday and Wednesday, it goes to the post. Typically, it's Prime and the Commish. However, Prime hit me up shortly before the show, and he had some conflicts tonight, and he's not going to be on. So, it is going to be a solo edition Goes to the Post, because I still feel we need to hit on the league stuff, but since it is just me, I have a tendency to veer into the silver and black. So, Prime usually keeps me on the road, but I know I'm going to jaunt, and I've got some Raider nuggets that I'm going to throw in. A little more than I typically do on our league nights, but since it's me, there'll be plenty of time for Raider talk. But let's get to probably the biggest league news that's going on thus far. Let's touch on some of the hot league topics going on league-wide with our 31 enemies. Probably one of the biggest stories, the Green Bay Packers decided to cut ways with Martellus Bennett, who they brought in the offseason, and they expected to be a big part. They brought him over from the Patriots, and he's turned out to be nothing but a bust. They've released him. He's been dealing with a shoulder injury all year, and I got a feeling you're going to see some legal fight between Bennett and the Packers over his release. He's not happy about it, and I got a feeling you're going to see a contract lawsuit over that. So more to be seen, but he is no longer a Packer. No longer a Packer. Thank you, Glenn, and I got a special treat coming from everybody regarding this weekend, and I'm going to drop it regarding this last weekend, and I'm going to drop it this weekend on the bye week. And it's a special nugget. I have so much footage from this weekend, pictures and video that I didn't even post on the page, and I'm gonna take everybody behind the scenes with me at the Miami Invasion, and I'm gonna drop that this weekend, and it's gonna be a slice of Raider heaven, and you guys will definitely enjoy it. If you've seen any of my other videos, my hype videos, this is going to be far and above the best one I've ever done. Far and above. I'm already a good way into it, and I enjoy watching it. You will enjoy watching it as well. So a lot of cool stuff. I mean, cool stuff I even forgot about. You know, conversations I'd had with people. I walked around and talked to freaking everybody, because if you haven't noticed, Raider Nation, I'm somewhat of a chatty guy. So you put me with a bunch of goddamn Raider fans, and I'm gonna want to talk. I walked around. I seen some tricked out Raider vehicles. I got pictures. I got 4 Dubs live set. I got all types of stuff. So I'm putting together an entire timeline video of the entire Miami invasion, and I'm going to drop it this weekend on the bye week. It's going to be the best damn hype video I've ever put together. I'm probably a third of the way through it, and so much. Oh, we got the Raider Bear in the house. What's up, Raider Bear? Oh, shit. Look out. We got the bear up in here. So, but be ready for that this weekend. I'm going to drop that this weekend, and I've been working on it, and to take you guys all right along with me on that hype video, starting from the very minute we took off on the drive down there through Alligator Alley, through the alligator chasing us, everything, all the way through until I'm in the car, hoarse and can't even speak afterwards. It's going to be a full gamut of the entire Sunday. So I think you guys will enjoy it. I got a lot of footage and interviews and some great Raider behind the scenes stuff. So I think you guys will really enjoy it. But we're gonna drop that this weekend because we got no game to watch. So we're gonna drop that this weekend. So jumping back into the league news. See, this is what happens. I told you this is what happens when I don't have Prime here on Ghost of the Post to keep me on the lane, man. I'm gonna just go on Raider tangents this whole show. But I will try to get the league stuff in, and I gotta get my picks in. So, Garoppolo, the Niners. Now, they signed him. They picked him up in the trade, and the first thing they say coming out is that they're looking to probably shelf him, get him familiar with the playbook, get him ready, and they're going to play him next year. Now, of course, they said that with the optimism that they were going to grab a win or two along the way to appease the fans and appease the Niner world, so to speak. Now that hasn't happened, as they are currently the 0-9ers. That has not happened. So now there's a should we really be sitting Mr. Garoppolo, our new toy, our new tool in our tool belt? Should we be sitting him or should we now play him? So now the discussions are starting to happen about in Ninerland as to whether they should play Garoppolo. I think he's a fraud too, Bear. The dude's played like what? A game and then he's got hurt and then Brissett came in. It was like a carousel there while Brady was out for those 4 weeks. So it's not like he showed anything. He's the Brock Osweiler of the week, the flavor of the week. He's the new Brock Osweiler. Seriously. I mean, he's the guy that you've seen a glimpse of. He's the Matt Flynn. Let's go back there. He's the new Matt Flynn. The guy comes in, has one good game, throws 4 touchdowns, and ends up on like 12 teams. Gets all kinds of contracts. That's what Garoppolo is. He's the new Matt Flynn. That's what Jimmy G is. He's the new Matt Flynn. He's the, please God, be our savior quarterback. That's what he is. He's your Tim Couch. He's the, please be the one we've been trying to get since freaking Steve Young. They thought it was Jeff Garcia. I mean, you're looking for the next Steve Young and Joe Montana. Like, who the hell ain't? Get in line. Get in line. Everybody's looking for that. Everybody's looking for that. Now, moving on down the line of the other Hot League story. This one just made me chuckle. Because you caught my WTF last night and what I had to say at Josh Gordon. Well, now Josh Gordon comes out and says, I want to be the best receiver of all time. Well, Josh, you are still young and you do got skills, man. I can't lie. He was a very talented wide receiver. I even had him on my fantasy team at one point. But, Josh, bro, if you want to be the greatest receiver of all time, you got to put down the pipe, my man. You got to put down the pipe and you got to put in the work. So I hope that over the last several years that you have not played and you have seen your talents go to waste and your ability to make multi-million dollars has dwindled and disappeared, I hope that you have now taken what was taken from you and now in your heart are ready to put forth the effort to be the greatest receiver of all time. Now, I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell of that happening, but I wish you the best, Josh Gordon. I wish you the best. And for those of you who didn't catch my WTF last night, since I alluded to it, I'll give you the brief synopsis of it. The groups are filled right now, as soon as you've seen Josh Gordon get reinstated, with Josh Gordon's back. The commissioner reinstated Josh Gordon. So what's next? Obviously, Ray. Everybody in the groups. What? Obviously. What? Josh Gordon's coming back. That means he's got to bring back Aldon Smith, right? Oh my God. He's got to bring back Aldon Smith. He just reinstated. Now, like I said last night, I won't get quite into it as I did last night. But pothead, criminal that puts people's lives in danger. Pothead, criminal that puts people's lives in danger. One broke a rule, one's breaking laws. It's comparing apples and rocks, people. Apples and freaking rocks. It's not, you ain't even comparing, you're not even comparing foods. It's so damn different. Aldon Smith has gotten his chances. The guy gets out of rehab and gets right back in freaking trouble. Josh Gordon, yes. Did he smoke weed? Yes, and he admits it. Hell, he admits the hell out of it. But that's just a rule. It ain't even against the law in states in our own damn country. So, seriously, like I said last night, Aldon Smith is endangering people. Josh Gordon only endangers Twinkies and the hostess aisle at Walmart. And that's it. Other than that, Josh Gordon ain't endangering jack shit. So, yes, if he can stay off the weed, he should play. And Aldon Smith should set his ass down till he gets his head out of his ass. And that's that. So, moving on. Man, I'm hyped up tonight. It's one of them nights. The Vikings. The Vikings have been such a strange story this season. A strange story. They come out, and me and Prime have discussed it on numerous occasions. I am not a Sam Bradford fan. I was never a Sam Bradford fan when he came out. I thought he was overhyped. I thought he was overpaid. The guy's done nothing but get injured and injured and injured. He's never healthy. And so he goes to the Vikings. He's somewhat, him and Case Keenum in his back pocket has kind of led them to a 6-2. What up, Watts? Let me pause for a second, because I've kind of gotten on a roll here. I haven't even stopped to take a breath. And thank you all for joining me on RAIDER ReACTION. As always, thank you, new, old, anybody that stops. I always appreciate if you even spend a second listening to me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you all, new and old, my band of pirates. Thank you for joining me. But, and it is, Ghost of the Post, dropping back deep in the pocket and letting it fly league-wide as we do every Monday, solo edition. Prime had some conflicts tonight, so you just got the commission. I will try to keep it on the road because I had a whole setup with Prime 5 minutes before the show. Scrap the whole show. So that's how we roll. So we fly without a net. Bear knows all about it, man. We fly without a net. You go live, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. So, the Vikings. Like I said, I've never had any faith in Sam Bradford. He is injury prone. He's fragile. He's paper freaking mache. And what happens again? What happens again? He's out for the freaking rest of the regular season. They just shelved him again. Now, the positive for the Vikes, I guess, is that Bridgewater has been activated, which Not a Vikings fan by any means. I hate the freaking Vikings with a passion. Hate the Vikes with a passion. I've been to numerous Raider Vikings games, and I don't think you understand the hatred I have for the Vikings. So, no, Bridgewater's not playing, but he has been activated. And as much as I hate the Vikings, I am a human being, and the fact that Teddy Bridgewater is back and able to play is just a good human story. A guy spends his entire life trying to reach one thing, and he gets there, and in practice with nobody even touching him, just destroys his knee. And the fact that the guy has been able to put the work in and dedicate himself and his life to get his body back to what it needs to be to play the pinnacle of a sport like that it's just a good feel-good story, man. It's a good sports story. That's regardless of team, regardless of jersey. That's being a human being, and I'm glad to see him back on the field. Now, when you get back on there, I hope Khalil Mack rips your fucking head off. But other than that, I'm glad you're back on the field. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, we're rated MA now. In case you didn't know that, Raider Reaction. It's on the page, so, I will drop the F-bomb for once in a while. It does happen. It's not... Ain't nobody got your kids. So, now, you got Bridgewater activated, you got Bradford out, and you're rolling with Case Keenum. Now Case Keenum's your boy. Did they hold up at 6-2? Because you got Rodgers, broken collarbone, so they're dead. I thought the Lions were going to be the team to step up, but the Lions have been somewhat suspect. They're streaky, and I don't know if I'm sold on the Lions. I want to be sold on the Lions, but they're 4-4. I've been trying to be sold on the Lions. I figured the Lions, Stafford gets his big payday. I thought the Lions would be the team that stepped up as soon as you seen the Packers trip. I thought it would be the Lions. It ain't going to be the Bears. I mean, good God. The Bears? No. So, the really only other team you thought would step up would be the Lions. So, can the Vikings limp this season out and get into the playoffs with Case Keenum? He had some success at the Rams, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Stranger things have happened, especially with such a down division, with Aaron Rodgers not in it now. So, it's entirely possible. So, alrighty, I did want to touch on one more Raider nugget before I jump into hitting all the games and going through our picks for the week. And since I don't have Prime here, I want to rely on the Raider Nation in attendance to help me out with the picks. And throw up what you think as we go through the games. Who you think your pick for the week for that game will be? Since I don't have Prime here to bounce it off of, I'm going to use you guys. But I did want to touch on one Raider nugget, and that is some stadium issues with the Las Vegas stadium. Now, you got the possible GOP bill that's going to come through with the restructuring that could mess with the funding. That has not yet to be 100% concrete and done, and they're still trying to figure out ways to work around that. So it's a bump, it's a hurdle. Can it be worked through? Possibly, but it's going to take some work behind closed doors. Now, the money aspect, the government, all of that. Besides that, I'm looking at let's put that away for a second, and let's look at the construction aspect of it. Because that is where I have my wealth of knowledge at, is in large structure construction. Now, they have a November 13th, a Monday event planned for a groundbreaking ceremony. Now, it is a very small number of invitations that have been sent out for this ceremony thus far. It is, it's not like they're broadcasting like, woo, everybody come down, bring your own Monday, because they're working through hurdles. They're in meetings back door right now. There has been meetings with the Las Vegas Stadium Authority and all the powers that be, the authority board chairman, Steve Hill, all the powers that be, And there is supposed to be an official groundbreaking ceremony on Monday. It's been planned since October. Now, like I've said before, and said it many times, it is a 30-month build, which is a very aggressive construction schedule. I understand the demographics of building large construction in Vegas is different than much other sites. I understand that. It's typically a 24-hour build there. I understand that. I understand all of that. I also understand delays, concurrent delays, and construction delays, and things that go on a project of this magnitude. Unforeseens. I've said it, and I've said it I don't know how many damn times. If there is not heavy equipment on the site breaking ground the week of January 1st, the stadium will not open and be ready for the 2020 season. That's a freaking promise. It will not make it. It's simple math. It will not make it. It has to start the first week in January to make it. It has to start the first week in January. So if you do not see and hear news after the first of the year about site preparation, digging, excavating, serious full-on work on the site happening every freaking week is huge. Every day at that point is huge. And 2020 will be gone. Now, there's lots of talks to have. Do they stay in Oakland? Do they, there's been talks of the UNLV stadium. There's been lots of different theories thrown out about what would be plan B. What would be the alternate plan if the site's not ready and Oakland says, hey, get bent. Because there's a possibility of that. How that relationship continues to morph over the next couple seasons is going to be very interesting. Because basically, you have the wife. She said, baby, I don't love you no more. I'm leaving. I love her now. But, she's building a new house, baby. It ain't going to be done for 2 years, so I'm going to need to hang out with you in the guest room. How the hell is that going to go over? Because that's basically what we're doing right now. We done told our wife, we don't love you no more and we're leaving. But we're still trying to hang out and sleep in the guest room. Eventually, she might put up with it for a minute, because deep down she still loves you. But eventually, she's going to tell you to get your ass the hell out. And that's what Oakland's going to do eventually. Eventually, they're going to get sick of the bullshit, and they're going to say, we've had enough. Get the hell out. I mean, it's reality. So eventually, that's going to become a very difficult conversation to have somewhere down the road. So, I'm telling you, first week in January, you better be watching. Watch the Las Vegas Review-Journal, watch Raider websites, watch anything about Las Vegas stadium construction. Because you need to see it. You need to see action going on. Exactly. Joseph's right. There's new laws coming in. We've got a new president coming in who's, don't even get me started on that shit. Good Lord. But mark my words. I stake my goddamn career on it. If they're not breaking ground in January, they ain't playing in that stadium in 2020. It ain't gonna fucking happen. No way, no how. There ain't enough hours in the day, ain't enough days on the calendar. It will not happen. It won't happen. I've looked over the schedule already. It will not happen. Nope. So, it's my, I guess my bold statement or whatever the hell you want to call it, but I'm telling you. Be watching. All right. Let's time to get to our picks for the weeks, Raider Nation. So I don't have Prime here with me as usual. So I'm going to rely on you as we rip through these upcoming slate of games for Week 10. Thursday Night Football, we got a Battle of the Birds, as we got the Rain City Bitch Pigeons, also known as the Seattle Seahawks, playing the Arizona Cardinals. You got the 5-3 Seahawks at 4-4 Arizona. I got to go Bitch Pigeons here. I got to go Bitch Pigeons. No Carson Palmer. You're rolling with Drew Stanton. That's not good. That's not good. So I gotta go with the Bitch Pigeons. And we did vote that. That is the official Raider Reaction franchise name for the Seattle NFL team. We had a poll and we officially voted over the week. And they are forever known at Raider Reaction as the Rain City Bitch Pigeons. That's their official name. I cannot go against the votes of Raider Nation. I cannot. I do not have such power. They forever are the Rain City Bitch Pigeons. I'm sorry. Just is what it is. So, it looks like it's unanimous. We're all going Bitch Pigeons for the win. Alrighty, moving on. Next, you've got the Bungles. Wrong crappy Ohio team. The Browns. The 0-8 Browns. At the 4-4 Detroit Lions. Obviously, Lions. Now, but while we're on the shitty Browns, I just want to throw this out. Because this is something I've been talking about for a couple weeks now. I haven't really mentioned it on the show, but I wanted to, while I'm on the Browns. The Jets did everything in their fucking power before the season started to throw talent, to basically, they didn't give a shit that anybody knew that they were tanking this season. They wanted a top pick, and they didn't give a shit. They didn't try to go get a better quarterback. They went out and got Josh McCown. They got rid of all their talent on their defense. They got rid of all their big-name wide receivers, all the big money. They dumped everything in an attempt to suck. On the other end of the spectrum, you got the Cleveland Browns, who did everything in their power. They had this great defensive draft. They tried to retain guys. They sucked. Big rookie quarterback draft pick. They did everything they could to win. So, you got the Jets did everything they possibly could to lose. And the Browns doing everything in their power to win. And the Browns are fucking 0-8 and the Jets are 4-5. The Jets, even trying with all of their power to suck, cannot even come close to sucking on the epic proportions that the Cleveland Browns suck. The Jets, doing everything in their power to suck, are not even remotely as close to sucking as the Browns, who are trying not to suck. Do you understand how absurd that is? They are so far beyond bad that you buried their ass under bad. Bad's looking at them like, man, what the fuck's wrong with you? Damn, the Browns are terrible. Terrible. It's so terrible that you even left, been reincarnated, and you're still terrible. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. So, who we taking? Browns, Lions? I'm going Lions. I can't go with the Browns. The Browns ain't going to win. I can't. How the hell can you go with the Browns? Now, moving on. We got the Chokers. The 3-5 Chokers. At the 5-3 Jags. Saxonville, as they're liking to call themselves, which I find absolutely fucking ridiculous. The Jets. Then the Browns. That just cracks me up. So, but Chokers 3-5 at the 5-3 Jags. The Chokers are an interesting bunch. But I think Phillip Rivers throws a bunch of picks. I got a feeling the defense is going to get to him. And I got to go Jags in this one. I agree with you guys. I agree with you. Benny, Cred, Jukebox, Mike, Super Sunshine. I got to go with you guys. On the Jags. All right. Now, before we move to the next game, I want to stop and take care of some page business. First off, obviously, thank you all for joining me. As always, I appreciate any second you guys spend with me on Raider Reaction. Always appreciate it. Any second you guys spend with me, new or old, my band of pirates, thank you for joining me. But Raider Reaction is growing. We are trying to grow the brand. We are trying to grow the team. And we are trying to paint the goddamn world silver and black from one border to the other. That is our goal, and that is our mission. And over the course of, since I started Raider Reaction, we've added teammates. We got Raider Popeye on the team. We got Raider Red Autumn Angel. We got JD to SC Raider. It's our morning show that we share from Oakland Raiders All Out. And he's one of our admins too, and he's our morning show. That's one of our sister pages. We love those guys over there. We're their fam. Of course, we got my co-host. We got Prime. We got my boy NorCal Raider Rick. Got JP. Got JP, our college football. Our college football guru. Sorry. NorCal Raider Rick. GD. Alright, make sure I don't forget nobody. Alright. And then, of course, one of our newer additions is Raider Red Silver Sunshine. Now, recently, we've added BC Raider, who after the show tonight, 15 minutes after my show ends, every Wednesday night, you will get 45 minutes of Fantasy Action Live with BC Raider. Raider Reaction Fantasy Action Live, as that's going to premiere tonight, 15 minutes after Raider Reaction ends. He's our newest show host, and he premieres tonight. So hopefully you guys stop and show him some love. If you don't have time to show him some love, pop back and maybe catch it on the replay. So we added BC Raider, and then also we've added 2 more admins to the page. Of course, we got T-Well, too. I don't want to forget T-Well. I mean, he's just our pinata. We keep him around to beat him with a stick. But we added 2 new admins to the page, to the team, to help us paint the world silver and black. First up, from the East Coast, we have Raiderette Sin Sister East, who will be joining the Raider Reaction team as one of our admins. So you will be seeing her in the shows. You will be seeing her comments, her hashtags, and she will be sharing posts and whatever the hell she feels like sharing on our page, because she is not part of the team. And also, on the west side of things, we got Rip Raider joining us as well, who will also be joining the team, helping in our effort to paint the world silver and black, spreading the Raider Reaction name and brand, and helping the team grow. Raider Mike, all you gotta do is ask. I put it out there how many times? I said send a message if you want to be on the team. I said, told everybody. If you're a diehard Raider fan, and you have the time and the ability, and you want to join the team, all you gotta do is shoot me a message. All you gotta do is shoot me a message. Because, I know most of you guys, now you're on it, we hang out every night. And, I can't do it all myself. I can't do the videos, make the memes, do everything, try to do the live shows. I can't. It's impossible. And I want our page to be the best out there. So, I rely on the nation. And we're trying to build a team. We're a drama-free team, man. And if you want to come on our team, hit me up. Hit me up. Because it's all about the Raider Nation. It's all about supporting the team. And I only want to be surrounded by real. If you're real, you want to have an outlet that you can get to the Raider Nation. That's what Raider Reaction is. We're almost at 17,000 followers, and we're growing. We're growing well over 1,000 a month right now, and I mean that's pretty positive. So if you've got something and you want to have an outlet, man, we can be your outlet. So I'm saying, Joseph, a lot of people want to, but they don't have time. They just don't have time. But if you got time, you want to post, you want to have some posts, you want to be able to freaking if you want to have a blog, if you want to write stories, you want to write articles. I would love to have somebody that writes Raider articles. Also, I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. I'm a fan just like you guys. I'm just a fan who has a dream and a vision for this show and this page. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And I'm willing to bring anybody along with me who's a diehard Raider fan and wants the same thing. So, that's the mission statement for Raider Reaction. To paint the goddamn world silver and black. And to bring the nation together. That's our mission statement. And to have a hell of a lot of fucking fun while we're doing it. That's the other mission statement. Oh, that and fuck those donkeys. That's the other one. Because, man, if you can't have fun, then what the hell's the damn point? All right, back to picking some games. And don't forget to check out BC Raider after the show. Now you've got the Jets, the surprising Jets at 4-5. Popeye's like my vice president, Raider Mike. Come on. He's like my VP. I gotta reel him in sometimes. He's like a rabid pit bull. You gotta keep a choke collar on Popeye. But I like to let him run for the most part. Oh, Popeye, we love you, man. It wouldn't be the same without you here every night. So, you got the Jets, 4-5, at the 2-6, shitty-ass Bucks. Man, what a game this is. You got Fitzmagic playing against his old team because he's got to fill in for freaking Jameis, who's, I don't know what the hell he's doing, eating his fingers and shit. But I think the Jets handle the Bucks in their own house. And the Jets move up to 5-5. That was Michael, wasn't that the dumbest thing you ever seen? What a damn fool. Damn fool. So, the Jets. I'm taking the Jets, man. I'm taking the Jets. I gotta take the Jets. Winston's, yeah, that was the dumbest thing I think I've seen in a while. Now, as we talked earlier, the NFC North is it's up for grabs, man. With the Packers losing Aaron Rodgers, they're not the same team. They're 4-4 right now, and they're on the road going to 3-5 Chicago. Now, if Chicago could take this game, all of a sudden they've put themselves in a little better place than you thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. They could be sitting at 4-5. The Vikings take a loss. They're 6-3, and all of a sudden you're only 2 games out. Because I'm not sold on the Vikings, man. You can't have a revolving quarterback in the NFL and keep winning. It just doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. So, I don't think the Packers are going to win this game, though. I'm going with the Bears. I think at home the Bears are going to beat them. I think the Packers they're going down the toilet, and they're going to go down fast without Aaron Rodgers. This is a good game, this next one here. New Orleans at Buffalo. 6-2 New Orleans at 5-3 Buffalo. Who do you guys got in this one? This is an interesting game. I think the Bills are going to have a big bounce back, and I don't think they're going to have the issues they did the last week. I think this has been an up and down season for so many teams. So many teams. So, Buffalo, New Orleans. Who do you got in this one? I'm going... I think Buffalo's going to bounce back. I think at home, cold, got to go Bills, man. I'm going Bills. You got the 6-2 Steelers on the road at the 3-6 Colts. Derek Carr's on bye this week, and I have to start fucking Jacoby Brissett at quarterback in my fantasy league. And I'm playing the freaking the number one team in our entire fucking league, who's 8-1, and I gotta go up against him with Jacoby friggin' Brissett. Not happy about that. Because he's about to get killed by the Steelers at home. I'm going with the Steelers. Vikings, the 6-2, rolling with Case Keenum Vikings. Going against the Skins at 4-4. At Washington. Telling you, the revolving door, you can't do that in the NFL. And Washington wins. I think they win at home. They take down Minnesota. Minnesota's going to start to come back to reality. You can't just lose quarterbacks and keep winning. Even though you're in a crappy division, I don't care. I'm taking Washington in this one. Now Houston, 3-5 after losing their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. At the surprising LA Rams, who are 6-2, they're at home. I'm taking the Rams in this one. Too many injuries for Houston. Again, you can't just replace quarterbacks. It just doesn't work that way. You got Savage. Tom Savage. Shit with Tom Savage. Then you brought in Johnson. They gave McGloin a shot for like a second, and they got him in-house, and like, damn, this guy sucks. And they sent his ass packing. So, the Rams are going to be 7-2. I can't freaking believe I'm going to say that. But the Rams are going to be 7-2. I can't believe I'm saying that. That takes us to Dallas. 5-3 Dallas at 4-4 Atlanta. Atlanta just can't decide what the hell they want to do. Is Ezekiel Elliott going to play this weekend? He's probably been suspended and unsuspended 3 times since Monday. What's the latest on his ass? It's still hung up in appeals, I believe, so I think he's going to play this weekend. If he plays, Dallas wins. If Zeke doesn't play, I go with the Falcons. But I think Zeke's going to play this weekend, so I'm going Dallas. The Falcons have been suspect. I hate to say it, too. Yeah, I agree. And I'll second the fuck teabag. But I gotta go Cowboys if Ezekiel Elliott's playing. This takes us to the game of the week. Giants at Niners. The 1-7 Giants at the 0 Niners. Well, that's a tough one to fucking call. They're both going to trip all over each themselves coming out of the tunnels. But I got to take the Giants. It's 0-10. It's 0-10, you pathetic bastards. It's 0-10 for your ass. Hell, these are the two games. Miami, the fucking Flippers, at the Panthers. And Mr. Arrogant Ass. 6-3 Carolina, hosting 4-4 Miami. Now, Miami looked better than I was anticipating them looking with Cutler in there, with Smoking Jay in there. They looked better than I anticipated them looking. However, I gotta go to Carolina at this one at home. Jay Cutler had a decent game against us. That doesn't happen 2 games in a row. Jay Cutler fucking sucks. And he's gonna suck again. I'm taking Carolina. That leaves us with our last game here. 6-2 New England at 3-5 Donkeys. This is a tough one for me. I think New England's going to win, but do I want New England to win? Who do I root for in this one? Because I don't want New England coming in 7-2 and we got to play them the next week. I don't want them on any kind of high. But I sure the hell don't want to see the Donkeys win. I'm picking New England. And I guess, division-wise, it would probably be best for us to have the Donkeys lose. Because with our current record, we're not looking at the number 1 seed in the playoffs. We're trying to win a division. So I think we would rather see the Donkeys lose. But I think New England, I agree. I think New England's going to kill them. I agree with whoever just said that. New England's going to kill them. God, they're going to destroy them. They looked so fucking bad last week. Oh my God, they looked so bad last week. So bad. They looked so bad. Terrible. Really bad. Like crazy bad. So there's all of our picks for the week. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do, Raider Nation. We'll see how we do. I agree, Raider Mike. I agree. Now, this last week, Carr was the 4th highest rated quarterback in the NFL in Week 9. DC, 4, getting his groove back. I like to see it. He looked sharp. Cook had really come around and looked really, really good this last game. So that was a big positive for me coming into the bye week. That was a positive coming into the bye week for me. We got to get over the friggin' drops. And there's some confidence issues that we need to take care of over these next 2 weeks. But the getting healthy is going to... the fact we got 2 weeks right now to get healthy is the biggest damn thing that could happen for this team. Is we have 2 weeks to get healthy. That is the biggest thing that can happen for this team right now. 2 weeks to get healthy. This is our mini Super Bowl. Neutral site. Should be fairly fan-friendly. And let's go down there. Let's get to 5-5. And then we're looking at a 6-game season. And let's do it. We got 5-1 in that stretch. And I think we can do it. But we've got to win the Patriots game. It all starts in Mexico frickin' City. All starts right there. We got the first must win out of the way. Now we got to win this one. And then you only got to go 5-1. You can drop one in them last 6. And that gets you 10-6. That'll get you in the playoffs. That'll win your ass the AFC West. I truly believe it. Now, since I am solo tonight, and I have no Prime with me, you guys get an extra bonus tonight. You're going to get a WTF. this WTF doesn't have quite as much fire in it as last night's, because this one's a little more... I hate to get serious on anything, but this is a little more of a serious subject, because this actually really irritated the fuck out of me today. Now, I don't know how many of you are baseball fans, but I know you all are sports fans. And I know none of you probably missed the news. That yesterday, of the untimely passing, a 40-year-old Cy Young pitcher, retired pitcher for the for the Phillies and the Blue Jays, Roy Halladay, who actually died in my neck of the woods. I heard about it instantly as soon as it happens because of where I work. He's almost my age, 2 young sons. He just retired, and this was his new hobby that he was taking on. It was an A5, I think is what it's called. It's some new. They basically call it the Ferrari of small planes, and I mean it was a gorgeous piece of equipment. They sell them at one of the other airports in the area where I work. And they're a gorgeous plane. But he was out, what looked like to be practicing some maneuvers or something shortly off the coast in Pasco County, and unfortunately, in a maneuver or something, wing clipped the water or something, and unfortunately, he perished in the accident in the water, very shallow water off the coast of Pasco County, in the Gulf of Mexico. It's a tragedy that anybody. I mean, this guy had spent his entire life doing something, and he'd reached the pinnacle. He was going to be probably in the Hall of Fame someday, and this was his second life. He'd already conquered his first part of his life, and he was in his second part of his life, and this was just something he did as a hobby and fun. And yes, it's a terrible and it's a sad story, and it just happened fucking yesterday. Just happened yesterday. So, when I see that TMZ goes out and solicits boaters who are in the fucking water and gets the video of this father, of this husband, right before his death, and blasts it all over the fucking goddamn world so everybody can see. This guy had a wife and 2 fucking kids who just lost their dad yesterday. And you put that fucking shit so you can make clicks off of somebody's fucking death? That is subhuman, and that is fucking bullshit. And the fact that this shit-ass society that we live in now is just built on clicks and fucking views, and we have no compassion for our fellow humans anymore. 2 young boys do not need to watch the live footage of their fucking father dying on the fucking nightly news the next goddamn fucking day. That is fucking wrong on so many levels. Every fucking news source, every tabloid source that ran that fucking video, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You are a fucking disgrace, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. Because that is bullshit. That is bullshit, and that is subhuman. That is not fucking journalism. That is not journalism. That is fucking ambulance chasing. That is ambulance chasing. Because he's a fucking celebrity, and he was an athlete, that don't mean dick. And he was a fucking man. He was a father and a husband. And he should have some fucking respect. Let him die with dignity. He wasn't out there fucking flying drunk. He wasn't out there in a fucking jet boat doing fucking lines of coke off fucking strippers' asses. This was a fucking father and a husband out there having some fun on a fucking Tuesday or a Wednesday. I mean, come on, man. What the fuck? I'm out. Peace, love. Raider Nation!